Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Megaman 03. In the last part, a lot of cutscenes, and Neo Arcadia started attacking us, with 3 former enemies that have been brought back from the dead. Now we're going after the infamous invader himself from 01, Hana Machine Arr. He's a pirate, yarr. And oh god, we use graphics from 02. Actually, that's one thing about the 0 series I do like, is that they rarely ever have to reuse stuff in terms of, well, reuse stage environments, because outside of, like, where it makes sense, like Neo Arcadia, this is kind of out of place. I think it's a actually, is this a remix of the 02 theme? Yeah, it is, actually, I believe. So many cyber elves. In fact, the one thing that's a bit odd is about the fact that you don't have to do weapon leveling in this is that while you don't have to do the major grinding, there is still some form of it because, like for the Z-Saber, the rolling a mid-air slash is a cyber elf to use this time. Which I'll be getting the cyber elf this part, but like with all cyber elves, I won't be using it until later in the game. And now we get to this stage's major gimmick. Switches! Glitches with old man snitches. And so, probably none of you that are subscribed to us currently know what that means. That means you do not watch one of the best reviewers ever. Now, you're supposed to use that block to be able to get up here, but if you just use the recoil rod jump, you can get up here to get that secret disc very easily. And now, for some reason, I tried getting that secret disc in a couple of outtakes, but I can't seem to get past the big block that's underneath me right now for some reason. I'm not sure why, I just can't seem to do it. And now, actually, in this stage is the second sub-tank. What you have to do is put that all the way over to the right, don't mess up like I just did. Dash on over, and use the recoil rod's jump feature to get on up here. And these enemies, I forget what they're called, I think they're called Petroias or something along that line. You actually cannot kill them by normal means, you have to wait until they show their eyeball, which looks a lot like the Reaver bot eyes that are on the walls. Well, I just realized actually this level graphic is ripped directly out of the 02, unlike the outside forest area. Easy. Then again, it's Capcom. And as you might imagine, I was a bit nervous right here because I am very close to death. Actually, I find it, one thing I just realized is kind of odd. You can't aim down directly with the recoil rods normally, but you can with a charge attack. That's kind of strange. And it's Hana Machine.
My body has returned from decay. For Lord Vile, who gave me life, I have returned, and now I will take your pitiful soul. Let's see you fight like a hero.
I just realized, did he just say monkey? Well, it makes sense at least, but it's probably something in Japanese. Anyway, his pattern is to bounce all around the room normally and send out his 3 monkeys and do this attack every now and then. Along with very rarely attacking with his Son Goku staff. But for the most part, he'll be ending up destroying the environment around you. He is weak to electricity, as are all fire elemental bosses, so yay. But like all I almost called them Mavericks, like all people, he dies equally.
An impressive fight, and evil must fail in the end. History will judge, for the true winner was, may you perish, O ancient god of destruction.
What? God of destruction? That comes out of nowhere at this point in the game, actually, doesn't it? Oh, I just realized we got one of the best head chips. I didn't even equip it. We got the head recover chip. What that does is that when you stand still, it actually recovers your HP. I should equip that. Like, I'm tempted to boot up the emulator right now and equip it immediately. And she says the exact same thing for all 3 beating up the guys. A couple things I can level up, but nothing that I actually can without getting E-crystals. And now we're going after Blizzard Blizzard Staggeroff, I believe. Something about blizzards and Staggeroff. I'm not sure why, but I've always seen faces on the back on those towers in the background. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna get the fire chip on right now, just in case. Well, of course, because the boss is weak against it. And for once, I'm gonna actually get to use that splash jump chip, which allows us to become Jesus. And actually, right here is probably one of the best cyber elves in the game. Ah, love it. Ooh. You guys won't know this off screen, but my father just handed me the new Megaman comic. Booyah. But Malthus is the spinning jump slash that I absolutely abused in 0, 1, and 2, and I'm very happy that I got that. Very, very happy. Now, what you're supposed to do to get this secret disc up here is that you're supposed to wait until you get a later foot chip that allows you to climb on slippery walls and such. Pretty much it ignores any terrain. And makes it all act the same. However, if you time it just right and use the recoil rod, you can actually get up here anyway. I'm not sure what that contains. All I know is that we'll be checking all the secret discs we got off screen at the end of the part. In fact, by this point, we actually have almost 100, so we're about half of the way done. I'm tempted to start reading this comic right now. Dramatic reading! Also, we get the return of these guys from Children in Arabita's stage. And they're still easily destroyed. Also, one thing I didn't talk about is Hana Machine's EX skill is actually one of the best ones in the game. Splitting Heavens, it's the Rising Slash, and when you have the Fire Chip, it's actually really effective on any enemy. Then again, the EX skills in this game are a lot more useful than they were in 0-2. 0-4s are kind of meh as well. But we'll get to 0-4 after we finish this. And I'm kind of sad, because once I finish this, that means I'll almost be done with the Zero series, and I don't want that to happen. I still love this series. And I'm probably going to get all emotional by the end of 0-4. But that's for that game. Also, I'm just going to say this right now, but aside from 1 or 2 cameos in 0-4, this is actually the last game to have the Pantheons, the blue guys you're seeing all over the place. Whether that be good or bad, I'm not sure. I miss them immediately because, well, they were awesome. The other ones were just kind of meh. The ones that are introduced in 0-4 are just kind of meh. They have no personality to them. Because you can tell these guys were intentionally modeled after X in some form and matter. And we're at the boss. And time to bring back the best voice that I probably did in 0-1, aside from Zero's. I am impressed you made it to this base. Still, I cannot dishonor Lord Vile, the man who brought me back. I'll just have to freeze you now. Once the city is in ashes, then you have my permission to die. And stay cool! Yeah! 2 Batman references with 1 boss! Hell yeah. Now, his pattern is actually almost the exact same as it was in 0-3, even though I think he jumps, or 0-1 rather. And I think he jumps a bit more often, though. Also, one thing I learned, when he does that giant fuck you laser thing, he actually has spikes at the end of it. I never noticed that. Forgive me, Lord Vile. I couldn't even nuke Gotham, and now this. My life sucks. And I utterly dominated that stage. If I had just taken less damage, this probably would have been near perfect. Like, I know it would have been near perfect. I would have been only 1 point off. And Malthus, yay! And with that, all 3 of the main Neurocadia voices are defeated. They don't have a cutscene for it, but now when you talk to the operators, the next mission is to fight Copy X. But first, before we even end this off, I'm gonna take a look at any at all, what's it called, secret discs that we have. As you can see, in the process of 5 parts, we have gotten quite a few of these things. I'm not even sure what determines them being dropped by, enemies. I think it's like you have to kill a certain amount of them. I actually think it's the same for the Cyber Elf formula in 0, 1, and 2. You just have to kill a certain amount of them. And at this point, I was just counting them. We have like 79 or something, somewhere up in the towards 100. But with that, once I finish counting all these, I'm not sure how many I have myself. I don't feel like recounting these. I'm gonna have to end things off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys next time on Megaman 03 after talking to Doit for no reason. Hi, Doit. Alright then, bye, Doit. See you guys next time.